Welcome to another episode of Pierre's Panic Room. You know how we do it on here. We always have a great guest, and today is no exception, y'all. I can't wait to get to this brother right here. But before I get to holler at him, I got to read some of y'all comments. Y'all might be some petty ass. I don't know what, I don't know these comments. My crew picks them, so we got to find out what y'all think and what's on y'all mind. All right, this is from the Marseille Martin episode. Y'all remember from Blackish. She came through. My man, or I don't know if man or woman, Lakers in 5 said, I like how she spoke about her parents at the end. They don't have to worry about her. She was raised right. Exactly. And be happy I asked that question. See, I threw that question in there, okay? How you feel about your parents? All right, the next person is on the TP Hearn show. Dave P said, another good one. Pierre, you definitely carved out your own lane. That's what I'm liking, Dave P. I like that, bro. All right, and the last one is from the Tommy Davidson Backstage Pass. You know, a little thing I do about Backstage Pass where I go back and show what it looks like being behind the scenes of something. This is Josie Sports Nation says, I appreciate you giving us the behind the scenes. This is dope and I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, I got the same crew because y'all be trying to find some petty shit out there normally and shit. Damn y'all. All right, y'all. I'm excited about having this brother, man. One of the coolest dudes, man. Just a laid back brother. I just ran into him in Atlanta. He lives in LA here where we're doing the show, but I ran into him in Atlanta. I said, man, I got to get you on my podcast. And he was nice enough to come through. No bull junk, no other, a phone call. And that's all we had to do to get the brother here. And I appreciate it, man. He moved some stuff around and he came through. Y'all know him, man. Please give it up for the one and only, I guess, Black Jesus? Give it up for Sling Johnson. Give it up, Sling Johnson.
Thank y'all, thank y'all.
Well, all right, so since you Black Jesus, you might have prayed to you, brother?
Hey, man, sometimes I run into some overzealous supporters, man, who, actually made me a little bit uncomfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? I take it all in fun. I know it's in jest a lot of times, but sometimes, they go overboard with it, bro. Like,
because it's crazy. People believe in what they see sometimes. Like, they be thinking, I'm with Halle Berry still.
Right.
I was in a movie with her.
Wait, you not?
Oh, no. Oh, well, damn, you're right. No, about an hour ago. It's your turn now, bro. Okay? Don't put no shoes on. She love niggas with no shoes and shit. Okay?
Man, I can't wait to be one of the bohemian niggas.
Oh, there you go. That's what she like. But yeah, isn't it amazing how people believe sometimes that, you are that character, or in your situation, they might believe that you really, it's weird.
It's weird, but Pierre, it's definitely an honor. If you had to believe I was somebody, that's an honorable person for you to believe I am. So,
Jesus.
And in a weird way, it kind of, it does affect me because I feel like I'm human and I'm gonna live my life, imperfectly as I am. However, I do feel a little responsibility, in that regard.
To act like you have some sense when you're out in public.
Absolutely.
That's a hell of a. Ooh. I want to play the devil then, shit, so I can feel relaxed when I'm out there.
That nigga doing whatever.
Okay, that's what I want. I want to be the black devil. We got the black Jesus and the black devil right here. Cause I ain't holding nothing back, damn it. Cause it's funny. I worked on a video with Tupac one time, and he told me that a lot of people thought he was Bishop from Juice after Juice came out.
Yeah.
They thought he was rough.
He played the shit out that role.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. But let's take it back a little bit. So, Arkansas, you from Arkansas?
I was born in Arkansas, raised till I was 10 years old.
Right. I can tell you a big country boy too, boy. You ain't no LA nigga. That's country right there, boy. That's Little Rock, or that's hold on. I know a couple places in Conway, or that's don't worry, I'm getting around where you live at, where you from. Jonesboro. Hold on. That's Helena. Helena.
South.
Yeah.
Dumas.
Damn, nigga, Dumas.
A little bitty small town about big as that reflector.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
They had one slave back in the day. Okay, just one back from the
Hey,
Don't
he was
you
my
leave.
great-great-grandfather.
I love it. So you going, okay, so give me the structure of your family. Like, was your mother and father in the house, brothers and sisters? How you get up?
My early age, I came up with my mom and my 2 older sisters and my father. My father and my mother split when I was 8, and my mother relocated us to California when I was 10.
Okay.
And but I stay in touch with my father.
Right.
I got a lot of family in Arkansas, a lot of friends, so I stay in touch. So that's why I try to make sure that I keep Arkansas a part of my story.
I like that.
And also, some of these cats, you know, be from bumfuck Mississippi and they move to New York and LA or Chicago and don't want to tell that part of their story. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I think that's a big part of my story, and I get a lot of love from my folks in the country, and you know, I just gotta give it back.
You put that in your act sometimes? Your stand up act. You talk about growing up in Arkansas, that kind of stuff.
Sometimes. Nah, I haven't touched on it a lot, but I mentioned
Come on, man, that's
things.
special. That's different.
You know, I don't remember a lot, Pete.
Well, you smoke weed, nigga. That's why.
I smoke weed. I left when I was 10. I stayed 1 year when I was 15. I had the classic Boys in the Hood story. Oh, you fucking up. I'm finna send you back home with your daddy. Right. So I stayed with my daddy when my 15th year. But, you know, that's all I got.
Well, damn, but throwing you back to Arkansas, I remember as a kid, gang banging or banging in Little Rock. Yeah, shit, y'all was rough out there too now.
Probably was the worst time. However, you know, like I say, my hometown, Dumas, is, you know, it's kind of, that shit has trickled down there, but it's still such an isolated place. Everybody know everybody. Bro.
Oh, really?
And that's not to say shit don't happen, because it seems like most shit happen. But, you know, it wasn't quite as wild as a Little Rock was.
A Little Rock, yeah. It was so wild, they had to come back 15 years later, somebody there, and talk to them.
I'm going to tell you the truth, man. In my travels, you know, and there's no disrespect to anybody, because I consider myself a consummate street nigga. I love my street niggas everywhere. But every city that I've been to that has adopted the LA gang culture, it feel like they bang harder. They bang like
trying
89.
To prove something.
Yeah, like you, boy.
89, damn.
They bang like 89. Them niggas is like 10 years back as far as their aggression. Right. And you know what I'm saying, the way they bang. So they still trying to catch up.
Damn. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. I don't know, I'm from DC. I don't think we got that 100% like that, but I see what you're saying, because down south, like Texas and all that, some of them go hard with the game, with the Crips and Bloods, you know, feeling it.
Well, you know,
hard.
Good thing about places like DC and a lot of places in Texas, this is Crips and Bloods in Texas, but a lot of places like that, like DC, like Houston, they haven't let it take that. They own their own brand. And you know, I hate when cats be like, oh, we don't do that down here. We don't do that crib. But you still gangbang. You killed the nigga on the next block. Right. It don't matter what you doing it under. It's still the same shit. But for the most part, like, you know, places like DC, they ain't having that shit. Y'all, they own their own thing.
Right.
So, yeah.
What was the culture shock when you went from, you know, Arkansas to, and did you move in the hood of LA, or you up there in Beverly Hills and Calabasas?
I moved in the hood, man.
I
moved to Inglewood, California. Stayed right across the street from the school. And you know what? Honestly, I hate to be boring, but I don't remember no real culture shocks. I think because I was so young, 10 years old, I was a sponge, so it was all adventurous. It wasn't like so much shocking, because I hadn't experienced much as a 10-year-old. I mean, other than a small town, now I'm seeing more people and more shit. You know
but I see boys in the hood, let's go find a dead body. You know, it started off with Q being young, or was it Q, but I don't know which one the character was, Trey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, was young, so he saw some shit get lit up in there. Now, what years did you come, roughly, were you 88?
No, I came, I was 10 years old, 1983.
Okay, so he really started that. It wasn't as ignorant as it was when it started, late 80s.
It was pre-crack. It was right before crack made, because, you know, crack turned the world into a whole different monster.
Yeah,
if the ghetto wasn't
DC
bad
too.
enough. Yeah, like if the ghetto wasn't bad enough, crack came and made it worse.
Right.
But I want to tell you the truth, Pierre, man, I kind of skated by, man. I like to say, you know, a lot of people got burned by the game. I like to say I got singed a little bit, but I never got burned. No. I was blessed and fortunate where, you know, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen. I heard a lot of crazy stuff happen, but not the craziest that has happened. Right. And I just look at it as God has kind of always keep me out away from situations.
And you were in the hood, but just didn't get affected by it?
I was in the hood, and damn right I got affected by it. But again, I played the line close enough where, you know what I'm saying? Right. I've always been the funny nigga.
There you go.
So that kind of helps. You know, that helps, man.
Sure.
You know. When I went to jail, I did 3 years when I was a young man. Mm-hmm. And I went to jail, I found out I wasn't a tough guy. I found out, you know what I'm saying? I survived making the tough guys laugh, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny you said. I had a guy a while back named Darren Fleek, a comedian. Yeah. And he went to jail. And, you know, he said the same thing. He said, man, he called him, he was the bid, whatever. That might be a DC, well, the funny man. Let's bring him around. So they protected him from that. Plus, he had a couple of family members in jail at the same time. So yeah, that's really a true story, a true thing. When you go to jail, if you're funny, you maybe people.
Don't get me wrong either though. You know, again. You know, you still got to do it. You know, I done put tips on some fools, and I had a done had to
Come
get
on
some
now.
tips put on me. So that's just,
right.
That's
In
just,
between the jokes and shit.
Yeah,
right.
in between the jokes sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you still got it. But for the most part, I've always been the kind of guy I am, man. I'm pretty cool, man. As I got older, I realized, you know, I just want to see everybody live. Let's just be happy and live, man, you know?
You know how lucky you got to get in, I don't know what did you go to jail for something hard or just something petty?
Oh, robbery.
Robbery, okay, well, that's hard. But to be able to do that and get out and still survive, you know, become not part of the system of that. You know what I'm saying?
The recidivism rate. Yeah. The recidivism rate is amazing. You know, after my YA stint, you know, I brushed in with the law a couple times. But for the most part, I'm, you know, real proud of myself because, you know what I'm saying, that's a flex. My biggest flex is I ain't in jail. Bitch, where your baby daddy at?
Right. Oh, damn. Yeah. No, you rocked that a couple. You had a video about baby daddy one time. I laughed. I was like, boy, this boy has to change. So you was a little rah-rah as a teenager with the pistol and all that. You was acting foolishly.
Yeah, man. Just, you know.
So you did cross the line. Nigga, don't act like you ain't crossed the line. You crossed the line now.
I was, you know, again. Well, you gotta know that line. That line can be out there.
You was over that, man.
I had, you know. I had my share, man. You know, I was a stick-up kid in my teens, man, and that's what kind of got me caught up. That was my thing. Right. I ain't got no business robbing nobody. I'm too damn tall. I'm the tallest robber in the robbery section.
There you go.
And the shit wasn't no good. They put me in the lineup of 4 Mexicans.
Hell no. Yeah. They fought 4'8" and shit, okay?
Right.
Which one you think it is? hell no. Him. Well, okay, so when you get out, when do you start feeling the comedy flow of you or entertainer, you know?
I took a while. Actually, you know, I got out and went back to one of my other loves, rap and hip hop. And I started, you know, writing raps and getting serious with that. And I ended up getting signed to Too Short.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and I did a lot of work with Short.
Bitch!
Absolutely. Did a lot of work with him, and you know, that was cool, but that didn't quite work out in the timeline that I had imagined. And, you know, comedy kind of fell in my lap, man, to be honest with you, because, again, I've always been a jovial, creative type person, rhyme, cap, talk shit.
Right.
I've always been that. And, you know, the whole time I'm chasing rap and hip hop, one of my best friends was a filmmaker.
Okay.
And, you know, when I met him, he was doing his final film to get out of school with, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he asked me to star in his film. It was a film short of comedy called First Impressions.
Okay.
And it was pretty well. And, man, I just started doing a lot of film work with him, but it was just, this is my homie and I ain't got nothing else to do. It wasn't so much, I want to be a star.
Wow, you stumbled in. So let me ask you, you've always been a fan of comedy and stand-ups, right? So growing up until you started grabbing the mic, who was some of the people you looked at and said, man, I want, you know.
Eddie Murphy.
I know, everybody,
Eddie Murphy was the first one. I don't remember if it was the Raw or Delirious, one of them leather suit DVDs. Dude, he the first one, because again, I'm looking at, we were young seeing Red Fox, seeing, goddamn it, Richard Pryor, and to them, to us, to what's me, you know, they were very funny, but I didn't get it because I was a kid.
Right.
But I guess I was at the right age where I see Eddie. He didn't look like an old man to me. He looked like a young man, fly-ass rock star getting bitches. And,
right.
You know, and it was amazing to see, for me to see somebody, you know, not necessarily singing, dancing, playing those sports. He just up there talking and you know, and he's that guy.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, let's be honest, he brought sexiness to comedians, because comedians was old sport coat wearing ass, or some bullshit ass wearing, you know what I mean? Hey there, hi, my name is Bob over here at the Chuckle Hut. You know, so that's all we really came up with. And Richard Pryor was cool, but Richard Pryor was still, like I said, a little above us, you know, age-wise, at least for me. And when I saw him in Delirious, man, and I was a fan of him Saturday Night Live, I just never seen nobody like that. Young, acting as ignorant as my boys. You call it capping, ranking, bagging, snapping, all that shit. Jonah, we call it on the East Coast, around DC. It was like, who is this dude? So yeah, he was the one that got me, you know, interested in saying, well, you know, I want to do that, whatever that is. I want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's my feeling exactly.
Right. Did you ever see him live? Did you see him live when you came in?
No,
never.
I've yet to see Eddie Murphy with my own eyes. I was so blessed to be able to work with Charlie, but even in that time, I never got a chance to meet or see Eddie. So I'm looking forward to the day.
Did you come up during the Def Jam era, like seeing comedians?
Absolutely.
Okay.
On TV.
Right, on TV, right.
Again, absolutely. The Def Jam era, it was so many to mention, you know what I'm saying? so many, and you know, I'm just gonna run with Eddie though because he was like a mainstay.
Okay.
You know this game. It's so many comics, and respect to all, but I couldn't name all them good dudes on Def Comedy that you know that drop classic lines, and you know, again, you know, you got your Eddie Griffins and your Martin Lawrence.
Right, sure, a whole bunch of people. Yeah, Bernie, all of them. So what I was gonna say is, I know you did a musical, but you did your boys movie. Was that the first time you were like presented as an entertainer? You know, opposed to stand-up? Had you done stand-up by that time?
No,
you did?
no.
So that was the first time you doing something to say, this might be what I might like to do, you know?
Yeah, except when I was in jail, we did a commercial in jail.
Hell no. What?
We did a commercial.
No. For what? What product you doing in jail?
It was a bullshit. I think my cottage, you know, in Hawaii we had cottages, and I was on this cottage called San Simeon, and I think our cottage was selling some ice cream or something, and that's how much of a clown I was that I did a commercial for the cottage that aired in the whole little jail. So it was stupid. It was fun though.
Well, okay. So everybody see you walk by and say, I know who that is. That's a celebrity. You know.
That's my nigga with the ice cream.
Right. Exactly. Give me one of them cakes you got, man. Whatever. Some free stuff. All right. So let me ask you. So then do you remember the first time you went on stage to do stand up? What made you? How'd you get to act the first time you went on stage?
My first time I went on stage doing stand up, it had to be like 2012. It was at the J Spot.
Really, it was first time 2012.
It was at the J Spot. I was at a rough patch in my life. Okay. And again, getting on that stage the first time, I honestly think that was my best show.
Okay, I was gonna say, you in a good position. The more pain you dealing with, the funnier you are. Trust me. And you see comics making money, doing too well, it's hard. The comedy turns different.
Right.
When niggas are struggling and going through some shit, even at that high level, go through some shit, and you'll be funny. Because the formula for comedy is tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. So you're going through a rough patch of your life.
I was going through a rough patch, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my mama's couch. I got kids. I need shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, feel less than the man. The baby mamas ain't respecting the nigga. So, you know.
And why would they?
Oh, God, yeah, exactly.
Nigga, you ain't doing shit. You're on your mama's couch.
Bitch, I got ambition.
And she said, nigga, I got bills.
But you know what it is, though, man. It was a tough time, man, for a nigga, and I was just trying to find my way, because, you know, you say, damn, you always fuck find your way, but then this is another time I just got out of jail. I did 5 months. I don't really count that, but I was in jail for 5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't count that, mother. The county counts it, mother. Okay.
I really count that. Look. You know, they ain't no time.
Some bullshit. 5 months. So all you niggas out there doing 5 months, it was some bullshit.
That wasn't no
bullshit.
I mean, that wasn't no time.
It's a hard criminal here. 3 years, nigga. Try that, but go ahead.
That wasn't no time. But I had just got. I was selling shit. And,
right. Exactly.
I went to jail for 5 months after that, selling that shit, man. And I asked God, I'm like, God, I'm quit selling. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, because I already came to the conclusion about myself. And I wasn't the type of nigga to work no job. Right. I'm gonna fuck it up every time. I'll do it for about 2 or 3 months, and not that I didn't want to, but I'm just gonna fuck it up some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
But you ain't good at doing negative shit either. You take your ass to jail, either positive or negative. You stuck in the middle.
Nah, and that's why I say, you know, God dropped it on me. Okay. Just, you know, I'm making all these wrong turns. He making me bump into these dead ends and these U-turns and shit, till I finally, you know, went the way he needed me to go, and I feel like I'm walking in that path now.
So you went on stage, did you have a routine in mind? You went up there and said, I'm gonna talk some shit, just get shit on my back.
I went up there talking shit.
Nice.
Talking shit.
And it just started clicking.
Everything that was going on, and it wasn't even like a routine at all. I was just ranting.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah.
So after that, you just figured, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, it was dope. Because I did that show, and I just remember doing the show, and it was like everything was a blur. And afterwards, you know, people stand up clapping and shit, and Jay Brown was like, Sling Johnson, come back here. Come to the booth, Sling Johnson. You come back here. Come talk to me.
Right.
So, yeah, that was dope. So, shout out to J. Anthony Brown.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. We'll get him on the show. Just remind me again, you said Sling Johnson. That ain't the government. What makes that? How'd you get Sling Johnson?
Tall and slinky.
Oh, that's what they gave?
Yeah.
All right, there it is, tall and slanky. It's Sling Johnson.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy to point out in a lineup.
Yeah, the way I used to maneuver through windows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Maneuver through car windows and shit like that.
Okay, so we doing stand-up comedy around town. Did you work with somebody? Like, it wasn't Freeze Love. Did you go on tour or work with somebody?
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy sees you doing comedy somewhere.
No, it's actually, I didn't do a lot of comedy prior to. Okay, I did that show in 2012. I might have did another one. I ain't gonna lie, I might have did another one. But once TV came, 2014, the show came out, and you know,
show with Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Well, hold on. You going? Okay, let me go back then. How you get black? How do you get Black Jesus if you're just a stand-up comic on stage? That's why I don't like niggas like you, man. I'm out here struggling like shit, auditioning and shit. You just bumping into shows.
Again, Pierre, another example of God dropping shit on me, because that same friend of mine that I did his student film with ended up working with Aaron Magruder as a staff writer.
Aaron Magruder, Boondocks, created Boondock for those who don't know. But go ahead.
And Jason, shout out to Jason Van Veen, he introduced me to Aaron. And the way I like to think of it is Aaron kind of took a liking to my style. And I originally did some sketches with Aaron to promote his book, All the Rage.
Okay.
And I think in doing some of those sketches, you know, he gravitated to
nice.
And he asked me one day, you know, how would you like to play Black Jesus in some sketches? I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Hi.
And you know, the sketches was part of this show called the Super Rumble Mix Show that he had, and he dropped it on YouTube. And it just kind of sat on YouTube. I didn't really think much of it.
Right.
You know, people would tell me, oh, I saw that shit on YouTube.
Right.
But you know, this was like 08.
Okay.
This was like 08 this happened. So I had already known Aaron before I did my first stand-up show. And you know, like from 08 to 2013, things have been kind of growing and happening, and I wasn't knowing. And then one day, Aaron called me and told me, yo, we got greenlit for a pilot for Black Jesus.
Wow.
And yeah, we did the pilot.
Okay, I saw a couple episodes. Did you do anything to prepare? You just said, I'm just gonna go over there and just do my lines. Was you trying to be sort of like more holier than that? Did you like really have to, did you try to do something, or just like, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna talk normal?
Pierre, my God, man, I said, man, look, man, God is so good. Thank you. He dropped it in my lap. When Aaron the original concept of Black Jesus on the sketches, I asked Aaron, is there a script? What do you need me to do? He said, nigga, what would you do if you was Jesus?
No, really?
Yes. And he made it easy for me because
heck yeah.
It's like the way, and it's genius because, again, it's genius because to give somebody their own interpretation of Jesus. And I'm blessed that it was me.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, what would I do if I was Jesus?
How you talk, how you move,
and I really think if we're all of God, God know all this fucked up shit about me too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he might not like it, approve it, or condone it, but he knows this is who I am.
Right.
And I say that to say, you know, I think God has humor. I know God has
without
humor.
a doubt.
Look at my bank account. I know he has humor.
Damn. And this show ain't adding to it right now. Right. We broke over here too. Everybody broke it.
But yeah, you know, but definitely I like the idea and I like the chance to do it because it kind of, you know, little did I know or was thinking about it at the time, but it kind of really rocked people's interpretation of the way they thought of Jesus.
Of course.
So, you know, again, and I'm thankful for that because anything that would bring somebody closer to enlightenment or spirituality, especially if it's something that I can do.
Right. Okay, how many years did it go? Three? The show? Like
three seasons.
Right, 3 seasons. I thought it came 3 seasons. Did you get like, you know, that's a heavy, because y'all was edgy with this stuff. Mm-hmm. Did you get a lot of pushback from people? Child, I don't play like the Lord. We don't do that over here.
Shit,
Ooh, Lord.
I mean, not personally. I mean, I might have had a few people that I might know in my personal life, or somebody tell me, oh, my grandma didn't like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it was like people writing about it, and, you know, of course, with that shit that the white people in the office got, I ain't never even seen no shit. Right. All I got was love.
Good.
Even them grandmamas that didn't like it on the onset, you know, after you watch it for a minute, like, damn, okay, because it was always a message. And
right, sure.
It was always a message, and you know, once you get past the idea or the visuals of Jesus smoking weed, cussing, hanging out with street people, you know,
which he probably was doing in real life back in the day. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. We've made an image that we wanted. Everything was clean and sweet and stuff.
And he was
white. Know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He was real white.
Oh, you mean what they made up?
That what they made
up.
Oh,
yeah.
What they made up was real white.
Yeah, because you look like Jesus more than the picture they got in the house. Okay? That's what Jesus looked like, y'all, right there. Low haircut and everything with a cap on. Okay, look at that. That's Jesus right there. All he needs is a robe, and we good. Okay. Okay, let's talk about working with Charlie Murphy, man, the great Charlie Murphy. From what we saw on TV, man, it was so raw. I met him once or twice. You know, he was kind of like the opposite of his brother, a little bit to us, you know, a little more grimy, you know, to tell you how it is and shit. Was he just, that's what he was?
Yeah, man, Charlie Murphy was so cool, down to earth. It wasn't so much he was grimy. Charlie was, he wasn't gonna pull no punches with you. He a man, and just the way he talked was the way he talked. And I'm sure that, you know, black people, we code switch all the time.
Yeah.
So you know how and when to talk to people. But for the most part, you're gonna always get the same Charlie, minus some cuss words depending on who he talking to, or a little more. And you know, Charlie just, man, bruh, he was amazing. He was a godsend. I'm blessed and more than humbled to be able to say that I work with that man, especially in his final hours, you know, nearing his final hours, and it was amazing. And much respect to his family. And his children.
Of course, you knew of him before you got the show because of the Chappelle show.
Oh yeah.
Did your image from when you saw him to when you got to meet him, did it change anything? Did you say, I didn't know he's that? Not in a negative way, but just anything. Just like, damn.
No.
Really?
No, because all that shit, Charlie, I can't sit up and tell you anything in particular, but Charlie has some amazing stories. After, you know, after years of you know, being in the public eye with his brother, you know, he was privy to a whole lot of things. And Charlie just was so cool, man.
Right.
He was a dope dude.
I read his book, you know, and I think Eddie was blessed to have a brother like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know he has Vernon and some of the other ones, but to have that bad, because he was like his bodyguard.
Absolutely.
You know, he went to the Navy or something like that, and he came out, and you know, he saw his brother all large, like, what the hell going on? And his brother said, come on, roll me. And he was that dog, like, these other people might smile and do that, but I'm your brother. I got your back in a physical way too, you know. You know what I'm saying? Which is a beautiful thing. Some people don't want to do nothing, back up, but to have that, with him, a character like that in your life, to have your back, to know that if it comes to this, he got it first, or he got it with you.
Hey, you know what? In my experience with Charlie and talking to him, and just, you know, again, we never just sat up and talked about his brother, but I can tell that dude loved his brother.
Oh, without a doubt.
Fiercely, tremendously, and that, I always admire that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times in this game can turn family against each other, but it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, him and Eddie got it in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was
and I think what helped him too is he knew his position. That's what happens to a lot of our problem, not knowing your position in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because if me and you working together and you getting that bread and I'm your boy, I'm playing my position. I ain't trying to get the bread over you. I understand what it is. And the problem is people start saying, my boy getting all that money and cars. I want cars like that. You'll get it, bro, but hold on. You know, we feel like, well, not we. Some people feel like I got to be on your level. I'm not about to be, because we came up together. Yeah, but you know, we're in a different level right now in society. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Between me and you behind, we same shit, nigga, but let's play this game to get what we got to get to.
Niggas don't get it, but Charlie Murphy, he definitely did. He definitely did. And he played his position and made his own.
Come on now.
He made it, you know, again, you mentioned, you know, knowing him from the Chappelle show, but I think you know, again, I remember Charlie, well, it probably was years later that we like, oh, that was that guy. But again, Harlem Nights, you know what I mean? He did his thing in Harlem Nights. He did his thing in what's the other movie I was just gonna say? Goddamn it, CB4.
CB4.
You know,
I forgot.
Gusto. Charlie, he had been making noise in his own little way, but it took the Chappelle show for us to be like, damn, that's that.
Right.
Nigga.
And I found out he bumped up a lot of stuff that Eddie was doing in the movies. He, you know, he wrote a lot of penned some stuff behind.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
you know. Yeah. But it's funny. He had to play that position because I don't think America would have been ready for him if it wasn't for Eddie. You know, I'm saying you put Eddie.
Eddie had to smooth him over.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Charlie was what it was. It was a blessing. Like I said, I met him on a couple of occasions. Always cool. Didn't have the luxury of knowing him like you knew him, you know, to sit down and talk. Because I like sometimes, that's why I came with the show, man, to sometimes just sit back and talk to my friends and just have a conversation instead of passing by. What up, bro? I got love for you. I holla, lady, blah, 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 boom. But to sit down and just talk. Yeah.
A lot of that.
All that, man. Come on. Let's do lunch shit.
Fuck
man, there's so many of these niggas in this business, man. I'm just, and what hurts me too, man, like sometimes, like, I got love for these folks, and to see them do some bitch shit, especially when it involves me, or not be that man, stand on their 10 toes, man. I'm like, on their square, I'm like, damn, dude, you know, it makes me feel different, but I'm like, you know what, P? Everyone's not gonna rock like you.
You know what, and P, that's why I stay sucker ducking and buster dodging. Because look
I
here,
love it.
I kind of like, you know, again, I try not to play these niggas too close. I'm cool with damn near everybody I met in the game. I can't think of nobody I'm not. Either I'm cool with you or I'm indifferent. I don't even, and I think that's because I try not to play these niggas too close. All this old let's go to lunch shit and fuck all that weird shit. We ain't been doing that, nigga. Where the studio at?
Right.
We can talk about that at the studio. Or whatever,
really?
all this old weird shit. See, these niggas just be wanting your number in their phone.
Right.
That's all they want. They just want to hang out with you and take a picture with you so the next time your project blow, they can post it and say, hey, I know that nigga.
That's real shit too.
I hate that old weird shit, nigga. Call me when the money's up.
Right. I've seen people, when people die, I see pictures of them hanging with people. I'm like, nigga, I never knew you knew that person. You never expressed that for 15 years. I know you, but now he passed away. It's my name.
Right.
Woo-wee!
That one picture you got from 04 that you took in front of the House of Blues.
Right.
You can tell the nigga got the FUBU shirt.
Hell no. What year it is? Hell no.
You know.
And the FUBU tennis shoes. When people they don't buy them.
Right.
But no. But that's why I really appreciate the other week when you said, LP, I don't hear much fucked up shit about you, man. I'm like, I appreciate that. I try so hard, man, to be a man of my word in your face. And I call niggas out. I've called people out. And they go, oh damn, hostile nigga. And I'm not hostile. I'm just telling you that's what fugazi shit is.
Weird. Hey, these niggas be weird. Hey, for real, these niggas be weird out here. It's not to say they not good, cool people, but they be weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Weird,
There's a couple of comics that I hear, you know, talk crazy, and people rail against them, and I'm like, nah, they tell a lot of truthful shit, y'all. You know, because we all want to kumbaya and hug each other, but that ain't what's happening behind the closed doors. So, so for you to circumvent through all that, that's crazy. All right, so you do Black Jesus, okay, and that becomes what it is, which is good. From there, what do we move to? Someone said you did a musical?
Freaknik the musical.
Freaknik, yeah.
Yeah, I did a small part on Freaknik the musical cartoon.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't read that part.
Yeah, Freaknik the musical. From Black Jesus, it afforded me a bunch of little roles.
Right. What you know about Freaknik? You don't know, you two, man. Get about here. I was there, nigga.
I wish I was, Pete.
Yeah, I was there 2 years in a row. Woo, wait.
I started coming to Atlanta in '99. I was
Oh, man, you just missed it, nigga. I got shots 2 years in a row behind that bullshit. I had to. You know, it wasn't me. My dick said they got to do what we got to do.
Hey,
it
man.
was wild, man. When I tell you, them people were fucking on top of the cars and vans and shit. People taking pictures and shit. That was when it was different. When it wasn't all that social media and stuff. Man, it was so much fun.
All them pictures from Freaknik was paper pictures. They tangible. They hard copy.
Right, exactly.
No digital shit. I wanted to go to Freaknik so bad.
Man. It was so much fun. They had it at a party. So much fun. All the hotels was, you know, taken up and shit, and restaurants and stuff. It was wild. Just everywhere you go. It wasn't a shooting stuff that, you know, the kids do nowadays.
Right.
But it was wild. We as, I don't know about white folk, but black folk, we get together, we wild.
Yeah, we wild.
It is what it is.
In a great way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I ain't saying wild is negative. Yeah, in a great way. Yeah. So Freaknik. So you did Freaknik the musical with the cartoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Have I seen you in something else?
Probably. So I was in Space Jam. I did a bunch.
Space Jam?
Yeah. Space Jam 2. Space Jam 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah. You too young for the first one. You were LeBron James.
I was a security. I was myself. I was a security guard.
Oh, okay.
I did a bunch of indie movies, Fire, goddamn it, Social Disturbance. I just finished a movie called Kings of L.A. I shot another movie in Medellin, Colombia called I Left My Heart in Colombia.
Hold on, you shot it in Medellin, Colombia?
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar land?
Yeah.
Did you get a cold and have a little
a little antihistamine.
I heard it's a beautiful place.
Man, Colombia, man, look here. I had such a wonderful time. It was such a beautiful place. The food was good. You know, people got all these negative connotations about these other countries, and a lot of times, I'll tell you this, man, random shit gonna happen to you. Random shit happens to people, don't get me wrong, and that's sad when random shit happens.
Right.
But for the most part, man, when you go into countries like that, man, look here, man, just don't be a don't know. Don't be out there doing too much.
Right.
And mind your own business.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Go out there and enjoy yourself. And go out there flossy-dossy.
Come on.
Because if you out there with all your jewelry on, you in a den of wolves. These people hungry. So at least, you know, respect them by putting some of that shit away.
No, that's real. You know, it's funny, a lot of times I would go overseas to do shows or whatever, South Africa, or so many other places I've been to. And they always ask me like, they'd ask me like, so what you think about our country? You know what I'm saying? Because they want to know, because they think Americans are so arrogant, you know, all the time. They want to hear what we have, you know. And if you be like, it's all right, it's cold, food all right, that ain't what you do. If you are overseas, nigga, I don't give a damn. Just anybody ask you who's over there, just you're enjoying yourself in it's a lovely country.
Man, you got to look at it like this. I enjoy difference.
Okay.
And that's the thing. I can't go to South Africa and be mad because it's not like America. Because
Come on
it's
now.
not America, nigga.
Come on.
I enjoy it for being South Africa. You know, I enjoy for whatever the fuck it is. I enjoy it.
Right.
So, you know, people, you know, that's the niggas you don't take nowhere. That's
so
the
true.
You don't take the niggas.
I went with a comedian. We used to go to Hawaii a couple, years ago, like early '90s, and 3 comedians would go to Hawaii. My man Roger, the guy from Magnum PI, I forgot. So he had a club there, so we would go there. Why would some comics go all the way there? 3 of us, a couple times, and nigga would stay in the hotel and go down to the work out and come back upstairs and go back downstairs. When he explore the country, I mean the city, I say, Negro, you in a Marriott, and that's like being a Marriott in Tennessee, nigga. You ain't doing nothing but going upstairs and downstairs into the show. Some people, I think America, sometimes, I don't know if you're white or black.
You know, he might have been doing you a favor though, Pierre.
For what?
Because I realized everybody ain't cool to travel with. So yeah, you stay your ass in the room when you just do the show.
I went with the other comic. Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know, you might trip like, damn, why you don't want to enjoy the motherfucker?
Right.
But you know what you do? You probably doing me a favor because you get out here in the streets with me acting weird, I'm gonna leave your ass.
Okay, all right, I didn't think of that. But me and the other comic, we got little mopeds. You supposed to stay in a little area. Shit, we was on the freeway.
Nigga, I was just in Honolulu.
Honolulu, yeah.
I was just in Honolulu at the end of the month, top of this month. I took my mother and my whole family for her birthday.
Okay.
And I was riding them scooters, and I got off Waikiki. I was riding in the hood on the scooter. You
Come
know
on
what I'm saying?
now. Come on.
All with the 7-Elevens.
Come on.
When you see a Jack in the Box over there, you in the hood.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no Jack in the Box in Waikiki.
You know, it's funny. I was at a girl house. You know, that's a long time ago when I was sinning. But I was, I was at some chick house, and we was about to get busy, a little something in the bed. I look up in the corner and had a gecko, a little lizard.
A real one.
A real one. I said, oh shit, got a gecko up there. I don't worry about that. We got a couple of. Hold up, bitch, the gecko. I don't worry about that. My shit went. Gecko will do that to you. You got a lizard in the corner.
Looking at you.
Yeah, and she like, don't worry about it. We got them up here. Well, we ain't got it where I live at. Okay, we got exterminated for that bullshit. So no, like you said, you go to different countries, man. Yeah, man. Have you been to Amsterdam before?
Yes.
Oh my
God. Yes.
Amsterdam. I thought you do a little smoky, toky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was at home then, eh?
Amsterdam was great. I enjoyed Amsterdam, Pierre. You know, motherfuckers, I enjoyed it because of the aesthetic, just the fact that I'm in Amsterdam.
Nice.
Because so many of us, we all, especially the hip hop generation, we came up learning about Amsterdam. Oh, that's where we go smoke weed. If I'd have went to Amsterdam probably 30 years ago, it would have been better. Only because, the idea of smoking weed in another country, it's amazing. Right. But now it's weed everywhere, so it wasn't about the weed no more as much as the fact that, okay, I'm actually in a coffee shop in Amsterdam. So it
was funny, I was at the red light district, red light district, for those who don't, so some streets, and then they have big windows, and women, in the window dancing, they, in a little skinny, whatever they wearing and stuff. And you ask them, how much, and they'll give you, each finger is $10, 10 euro, whatever at the time. And the girl was like dancing, and I was like, how much? She's like, and I was like, she was like, I look up and I see somebody come walking up. I'm like, who are these two? And they say, yo, Pierre. I'm like, who are these two niggas on in here? And it was, Eddie George and the bus, from Pittsburgh. Like, what you doing here? Nigga, what you doing here? We know where we at, my man. We was just hanging out, this was early 90s, I think it was. But it was funny, man. So, yeah, I love going overseas, and especially if you do comedy, man. That when they speak English, man, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Absolutely, man. And it's dope, man. I enjoyed it. And honestly, doing comedy overseas sharpens you on a different level because it's making you broader.
Come on now.
Even if it's a broader version of yourself.
Okay.
It's not so much I'm gonna go over here and now I'm gonna start telling Euro jokes.
Right.
I learned how to make me for the European. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
No, sure.
You learn how to translate you for these different places, and I think that's a dope ass thing.
Do you feel the same way when you do it in the States, like down south compared to New York and all that kind of stuff?
Every crowd different, man. Every regionally, locally, every crowd is different. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get. I mean, I'm sure you've done enough shows in New York. You know.
Right. Sure.
One crowd is this way. You go to another club, and these they on some other shit. But
that's why few comics from New York translate all around. Because a lot of them talk about the bodego and the subways. You know, people in Mississippi don't get them jokes the same way. Crazy funny in New York. They kill in New York. But some of them just don't translate other places. A few do, but Ross Staples, a couple of them do, Capone and all them, they do. But some of them just kind of say, yeah, he really is. That's cool, man. That's cool. Do you have a favorite state to perform in? What's your favorite state to perform in? I know you like other states, but if you had to shoot a special, where would you shoot a special at?
Ooh,
I
ain't done in the states that I've done.
Yeah.
In the states that I've done, you know, probably motherfucking Baltimore.
Baltimore? Them niggas in Baltimore? That's a state itself. Baltimore is a state.
Shout out to the Baltimore Comedy Factory, man.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, man, and there's no slight against anybody. If you don't like it, fuck you. It seemed like back east, you know, when you get away from this Hollywood shit, people really come to see comedy. They come to enjoy the art.
Right.
You know, out here, man, here in LA, man, you know, I ain't scared to say it. It's a lot of politics, a lot of bullshit.
Come on.
You be performing in front of a room full of producers and writers and shit. This, you know what I'm saying? I like going places where I'm performing for bus drivers, cafeteria workers,
that's what I'm
you know
talking
what I'm
about.
saying?
Right.
Dope dealers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't get me wrong, it's not to knock anybody on what they do, but you know, people that really want to come see comedy and come enjoy
They're
the
not
show.
Judgmental.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, they ain't trying to, you know, figure you out. They just there to have a good time.
And don't compare me to Pierre, because I ain't Pierre. You want to hear Pierre comedy, you go see Pierre.
Right.
No, he good, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, everybody, you got to respect everybody for what they own. You know, that's why a lot of times it's hard for me when people ask, who's your favorite rapper, who's your favorite comic, because ain't no two niggas that's really trying to be alike, so it's hard to compare them. It's like apples and oranges. Like shit, I like Andre 3000 and I like Ice Cube.
Right.
And I like Scarface.
Right.
And none of them niggas rap the same.
Right.
So, you know.
Makes sense. A couple things before I get you out of here. One is I know you're a doctor?
Yes.
Having babies and shit?
Yes.
Delivering babies in the house?
I deliver.
Where they do that at?
I delivered my niece at home. April 13th, 1997. I had just come back from a dice game with the homies in which in which I was, you know, I didn't fare too well. However, I still had enough proceeds to procure a nice bottle of silver satin that I was going to enjoy for the fight.
What's that, liquor?
Yes.
What kind of liquor is that?
This is cheap wine.
Oh, wine. Okay, like boom. Okay.
So I went home with my satin, and I put my satin in the refrigerator, and I said, okay, I'm gonna drink this later. I'm gonna take me a nap and get out later. I'm finna go to my lady friend's house and watch the fight or whatever.
Right.
No, I think the fight was already over because Pernell Whitaker got robbed by Oscar De La Hoya that night.
Ding, ding, ding now. Come on now. Remember that?
Yeah, I took a nap, and as I was sleeping, and I hear my mom running around the house frantically telling me, hey, it's time, because my sister was pregnant at the time. And shit, it was happening. And I woke up like kind of in the haze, and my mom was like running around the house with the chicken with her head cut off, and my sister standing with her leg on the couch. And my mom is panicking, and I tell my sister, you know, I tell everybody, chill out. I heard my sister's water break.
What?
Yes, and at that time, I knew what was happening. I told her to sit down. Mom panicking, the baby coming. My sister had on some of them stretch pants, and back in the day, I don't know if you ladies remember them stretch pants that had a little stirrup on the bottom.
Yeah.
They wasn't real tight, but they wasn't real tight, but they was like stretch tight pants. She had on some of them.
Yeah, he wear those right there at night.
Oh,
my nigga there, the sound man wear them shits before he was bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those guys, huh? Oh, he's a jockey.
That's what I heard. We'll go ahead.
Nah, and the reason I mentioned them pants is because I'm so thankful that they were stretchy enough. My right hand to God, I'm thankful I didn't have to look at my sister's cat. That that baby slid down that
canal.
Yeah, slid down her left leg, and I caught the baby came out.
What?
It was God did everything for me. The umbilical cord was broke. I didn't have to cut it or nothing. The baby. I'm holding the baby on the phone with the paramedics. Got the baby in a dirty green towel. Like, what do I do now? He's like, tie up the umbilical cord with the shoestring. And you know, since then I went on to study medicine, and I became, I'm WCVC, West Coast Vaginal Coordinator. I do.
Wow.
I do pap smears and mammograms in my '86 Suburban. I do them on Wednesdays and Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Free pap smears and mammograms.
Holla at him.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, she need, yeah.
Free pap smears.
Free too. If it's free, it's for me.
Any takers?
Yeah.
She's like, nah, not for me, man. I'm good.
Damn. So, okay, well, there it is. Dr. Johnson. Okay,
yes.
yeah, Dr. Sling Johnson. So also, let's say, I don't want to talk about this one, the big slap with, first of all, I hate the fact when people tell me what they would have done, okay? If he slapped me, if Will Smith would have slapped me, I would have. Nigga, the times, that never happened before, so you people don't know what they would do. Just like I tell people with like 9/11, them people took them planes with box cutters. Today they would never do that. You tear the whole place up.
I hate them what I would have did ass niggas.
Yeah. Now they would have, I would have, nigga, you don't know what you would have done.
At the time,
you was involved with a slap? I
was saying I am a slap.
Oh, you are a slapper?
Yes.
So you don't punch, you just slap.
No, I am a slap, something like a pimp. Almost like I got my certificate coming. I've been working. I've got a few more hours left, and I'll be certified.
What is something like a pimp?
Almost like a pimp light.
So you ain't got no hoes, you got the vocabulary, but not the women?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's something like a pimp. Sometimes pimping can get such negative connotations. You know what I mean? They can give off some negative connotations. So I like to consider myself something like a pimp. Because anytime you're doing something good and you're making it look easy, Pierre, you pimping it. Like this, you pimping what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you're not quite a pimp, meaning you got hoes, but you something like a pimp in the way you live. You know what I'm talking about? I'm something like a pimp the way I talk. My vernacular is outstanding. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't even kicked it in yet. I could use some verbiage, you know what I'm talking about, that'll really moisturize the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
We got sugar-free Slink here and shit, okay? That's what we got, sugar-free. Yeah, you need to holler at sugar-free.
Hey, that's my guy, man. Shout out to sugar-free.
Yeah,
He's a G, man. Shout out to sugar-free.
Yeah, you couldn't be no pimp. You got too much of a soft heart.
I'm too nice.
Yeah, you're soft-hearted.
I'm too nice. I tried to be a pimp.
Did you really try to be a pimp?
I tried to be a pimp. I couldn't get the bitch to the Super Bowl because I ain't had no money.
Hell no.
And then I had the bitch horn for me, but she left me. She told me I was too nice because I was ironing her clothes before she left.
Hell no.
You want the bitch out there looking nice, right? Try to cook her something to eat. She too nice.
Well, yeah. Well, you got a point there. All right. Well, hold on. Okay. So we're gonna wrap it up, but we're gonna do this on my show. We do a couple of things. We do a thing called IG creeping. Okay. I mean, we don't go on people's IG page and see what you've been doing. Nigga, you the only thing I know. You worse than Beyonce, nigga. You think got 3 posts, nigga. Okay. I said, what the fuck? We see my crew out there, but we have something to look at. So I was wondering, I think you were doing an interview. So you gave me this outfit, and I respect it, and I like that. But why did they get that outfit? Well, come on, where you get that at from, man? Why they get the floss that, brother?
Oh man, I got that hat from shout out to Straw and Wool. Go to strawandwool.com.
Nice.
Out of Phoenix. That jacket I got from Ross Vita Hyde. It got imported from Pakistan. You know what I'm talking about? That was because they called me like a week before that interview and not an hour before. I got to picking up the kids' school outfit on. I got the I ain't even ironing shirt.
I ain't mad at you, brother.
Right
I take that, brother. Fuck that. It's last minute. But then look at you clean, brother.
If I had known all these nice ladies
okay.
was gonna be,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'd have worn some cologne or something.
Well, let me tell you, in that year, if you was in Detroit, you could be a pimp. Yeah. Okay, that's pimpish right there. I like that.
Hey man, thank you, brother.
All right. Well, since you have such a lack of that, let's go to something else. What about this picture? This is what you took of me. Yeah. I got to IG creep you and put my own shit on your page.
Yeah.
What a bitch. All right. This is when we was at Comedy Hype. This is a picture he took of me. You have to get that boy some props, man. Look at that right there.
I picked up photography during the pandemic.
I see that. Another picture. Look at that boy. Look at you had me looking fresh and clean in all my poses. Look, woo-wee. Look at that right there. I'm damn near rocking the same pants. I'm struggling right now, bro. Okay, I'm struggling right now. Okay, damn.
Nobody noticed that with you?
Okay, well there it is. I put it out there on Front Street for someone did, 'cause I know. But no, man. So you picked up photography, really?
Yeah.
So how do you like? What does that mean? Photography? You got a camera? You walk around taking pictures, or you really like got people you do?
My family, my family and friends. It's not like it ain't like super booming for me,
right?
Because I haven't really given it time. Like it ain't like my primary thing. But my family, my friends, I might get a client or two from time to time. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So it's just I enjoy doing it.
So let me think about this. we recently lost somebody.
Yeah.
That was really dear to dear to your heart.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't really know him. He's more of a younger, more from the younger generation. And I see you seem like you cling. I don't want to cling, but you hang with a lot of the young cats too in comedy, which I think is dope. You know, sometimes the old heads don't like to be with the young cats and whatever. But your comedy is kind of, you ain't been around that long of comedy. That's why you
Right,
hang
right,
on the old, some of that. And I hate when I hear them beefing the young don't like the old don't like the young. We need to get together and learn each other's situation. That's why some of the old heads don't know how to use the social media. They mad at the young kids who are growing on it, but you gotta learn that thing. But this young cat, when he passed away, I just seen him a couple of times. I didn't really, I saw him do whatever he does. But the impact of how he touched people, I didn't realize until after he passed. There was so much outpouring of love for this boy. I had to relook at him and say, hold on, let me see who this boy is, you know what I'm saying? Because again, he was younger from me. But you really was close to him and spoke very well. His name is Teddy Ray. How did he affect you? What did it roll with you? Like, how did he connect with you so strong?
Such a genuine being.
Really?
Such a genuine, in this game, people respect talent. When you talented, you damn near can do anything. Okay. So just imagine being talented and genuine. I mean, Teddy was so genuine and humble, and he just was his soul. It's hard to just put into words. I ain't got enough time. I ain't got enough gigabytes and terabytes to store this shit, man. But dude, his soul, just one of those souls, man, is just. He was just so amazing, so warm, never had a fucked up thing to say about nobody. You know what I'm saying? So talented and good at what he did, and he was my friend, man. This is.
How'd you meet him?
I met Teddy through All Def Digital, through my time at All Def Digital, just hanging out over there. My agent at the time took me to the building to meet Russell Simmons and kind of, open the door for me over there. And I started just hanging out at All Def Digital, and Teddy was one of the kind of guys I gravitated to, maybe because we both smoke weed. So we was outside the building smoking weed a lot, and we got a chance to spend a lot of time and fellowship with each other. And again, he come from my side of the 10 freeway, and you know what I'm saying? Just dope dude. Yeah,
for his age and what he affected, he reminded me kind of like we had Robin Harris, something's about to blow, and then unfortunately, shout out to rest in peace, Dave Arnold, some people from my kind of era group and stuff. So I can see Teddy Ray might have been that person y'all was thinking he about to take it to another level.
Exactly, I think exactly like Robin Harris, because again, Robin Harris had, when he died, he did kind of get a little further because he scratched. People had his star wasn't as big as he was going to get, but he was a star by the time he passed. But beloved in the comedy community. I'm sure all the comedians that rock with, I see how the fraternity is now being a comedian, and I know how I'm sure Robin was one of them cats that everybody loved. And Teddy was that, man, and man, that's my guy.
Where was you when you found out he passed? What was that at?
I was in a meeting. I got a call from Kamira, and I'm in the middle of the meeting, and Kamira White called me, and she was in hysterics, and it was kind of crazy because I was in an important meeting. This is my friend, and she is in hysterics. And, I kind of just, I'm gonna call you back. And I kind of rushed out the meeting, and, I called her back, and she told me. Oof. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And I had just talked to my guy. He died on a Thursday. I think I talked to him that Tuesday prior.
Okay. Yeah, I rest in peace, and especially for you, people who are so close to him. But at least, let me tell you, I didn't know him well, but when he passed, the love showed me what kind of person he was, that he received, man. So, at least he was here for the time he was, and he affected you guys, affected people that way, I'm always sad when somebody from the comedy game passes away. And I feel like in the last couple of years, man,
we've been getting hit, man.
He was one of the younger ones, but people in the 50s, they out of here, man.
We've been getting hit, man.
A whole bunch of comics, man.
Yeah, we've been getting hit, man.
You take care of yourself, man?
Not as good as I should.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do no hard drugs. I smoke weed.
Right.
I don't exercise. I do blunt lifts and kush curls. So
damn, blunt lifts and kush curls.
I really don't be.
Well, you in shape for them, okay?
Yeah, I'm in shape for them. I do a lot of walking. You know what I'm saying?
To where?
Everywhere.
To your weed man back home?
Again, where I park my car to here. You know, some niggas won't do that.
Right,
you know, it's like, I don't mind, like in my neighborhood, around my area, I walk to the store. Or, you know what I'm saying? I walk long parking lots. I don't mind walking. When I'm out of town, I walk like a motherfucker. When I travel, like when I went to London, I was walking like a motherfucker.
Block to block.
Just block to block. Looking at shit. I don't mind.
Okay.
So that's my biggest thing. I don't mind walking.
That's your workout regimen. Go to London and walk.
Well, go to London and walk.
Shit. Okay. Well, I want you around for a long time. We need you around here, man.
I thank you. I'm gonna accept that, man. I want to be around for a long time. Because you know, it's a lot of niggas' mamas I ain't got a chance to.
Hell no. Thank God my mama did. My mama ain't got shit.
I'm talking about the niggas' mamas who, if your mama was a hot girl, I need to see her.
Wow. So we got this thing here we call spin the wheel. It's where before we leave, we put everything up on here, man, and you can, whenever it lands, you spin it. Like I said, we the biggest lie. Like I told you, you can repeat the stories you told before. Lost your virginity. You from Arkansas, so when you was about 7, you can put that up in there if you want to talk about that shit. What you want to get off your chest. So a couple of things are up in here, man. So wherever I like this woman. One got to go: a face, teeth, or booty, boy. And when they go, you can't bring them back. You can't fix them. You got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? So if her teeth toe up, it's gonna be toe up from the floor.
So when you say face, her face transform to an ugly face?
No, her face is ugly as already. She ugly like a duck, whatever you call it. God damn.
Because if you take her face away and she already ugly, it might be an upgrade.
No. Her face is ugly. Okay.
Okay.
Now she got nice teeth and a nice body.
Oh,
but that face is toe up, boy. She got to walk backwards everywhere she go.
Oh, ain't nothing makeup can't fix. You see some of these tutorials
all right.
on this?
Okay now. So yeah, for wherever it falls, y'all ready for the drum roll? Give me a drum roll. Give me an Arkansas spin, brother. Give me wherever it land. Oh, that's good right there. Boom. What the hell? Hold on. A secret you never told nobody. Get off your. It's right in the middle of that.
Let's do it again.
All right, give me another spin.
Do it again.
Yeah, give me another spin.
I want it to be definitive. Ooh, same shit.
God damn. That thing stand on you. So I get to choose between that. I get to. No, let me see. It's either get it off your chest or the biggest or a secret you never told. Let me see. I want the chest. Get off. Come on, if you get off your chest. I see it right here. Boop. How you lost your virginity? Come on, you know that story, brother. Okay.
Oh,
So you got about a minute and a half to tell. Set the story up. Paint that picture, man.
Okay. It had to be sometime back in the 80s.
Okay.
In the early 80s. I was at a slumber party at my cousin's house.
Okay.
My cousin Nina, who's older than me, she's older like a parent to me. She got some kids. Shawnee and Breezy, and we used to hang out, so I used to hang out with my cousin Shawnee and Breezy.
So 12 and 15, 13, what
12.
Damn, nigga, like the 12? Okay, we're Arkansas, so okay, that's...
No, this was California.
Oh, shit, okay. So
we had a slumber party, and my cousin Nina was dating this man, I forget this man's name, and he had 2 pretty-ass daughters.
Oh, nice.
And they used to kind of play house over there together, so I guess during the slumber party, the daughters was at the slumber party. And a girl named Cindy. Hi, Cindy. I still remember you. We were just at the slumber party kicking it, man. We all in the room together on the floor in our little pallets or whatever.
So where the parents at? They upstairs somewhere?
Yeah, and they.
So how many of y'all was in the bedroom downstairs in the pallet? How many?
About 7, 8 of us. We was down there.
What was the ratio? Female to male?
Probably about
2 dudes,
2 dudes. But we was cousins. The only 3 girls was.
Okay, the 2 girls, 2. Okay.
Yeah. But some kind of way I must have eased my ass up close to Cindy up under that cover.
Okay.
And although I couldn't quite see everything, in hindsight, I know I felt that moisture.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? And I know I was in that thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm down there on the floor with Sydney.
Right.
With Cindy, we just doing our shit.
Right.
Canoodling with her.
Canoodling with her, right.
Yeah, and I
kinda, you had hair in that thing?
I don't recall. I just recall that moisture.
Okay,
I just know what that moisture feel like. I don't really like to count that, but I know what it was now.
Okay.
Now, the first time I could see some shit, shit, we put this girl on the gang initiation, and she wanted to be in.
Damn.
So I think I was second. I should have been first, but I was second one in.
Hell
but that was the first time I seen some shit, and that was cheap.
Right.
And you cheapened my life for that, you bitch.
Damn. Okay, all right. She remember that.
It should have been special. It should have been nice. She was supposed to be the same age as me, and we should have went out and got some pop, and Instead, this bitch is on a dirty mattress in San Bernardino. Ain't this a bitch?
dirty mattress. Wow. Okay, well then that's what it is then. Okay, well good. Well shit. Damn, you had an interesting virgin loss. Okay, shit. Well look, I don't know. You know other shows don't do that, but I give a swag bag. Everything in here is black owned, man. Go look at that thing. Well, whatever show gives you something, man, to walk away with, brother. Come on, man. Give him a napkin for them tears, man. Come on. For that sweet tooth, okay? Right there, do it right there. Show the love right there. Bow. Oh, damn, shit, okay. Well, that ain't black owned, but okay. Okay, that's a bandana.
Okay.
It's a bandana for that head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, pull it out, man.
Let them see it there.
Represent it, man, represent 100. Everybody don't get that right there. Turn up, woo, look at that right there. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know what I'm saying? You got a girl with the dude, she wants to wrap it up, or you want to wax your car, nigga, whatever you want to do with it. It's good for.
I'm rocking.
Oh, there it is. Come on, boy. Look at that. Woo! Man, come on, man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And a shirt, man.
Oh, shit. Panic swag.
There it is right there.
Panic swag.
What? That's a large. I mean, you know, extra large.
That's better than a Grammy, bitch.
Okay. Oh, damn.
That's better than
there
the motherfucking
And good
Grammy.
material, too. I don't get no bullshit.
No, this is nice.
Okay,
soft
yeah.
And this that good. That
Come on
fit
now.
tall niggas right, fit tight around the arms
Come
and
on, bro.
loosen.
Look at that. I knew who I had on here. And then that book. Don't get allergic to reading, brother. It's okay.
My 100 homies and phonies of Hollywood.
Ooh, I've been in Hollywood for a while, man. I met a lot of people.
Man, you know what? And let me take a moment. Thank you so much for these. Thank you so much. Please make sure you get this book. But I want to tell you, man, I want to give you your flowers, Pierre, because again, being a student of hip hop, you definitely hip hop and you definitely part of the culture. I appreciate and thank you for your contribution to the culture. Again, you've been putting it down for a long time, and you still look just like you started. You know what I'm talking about?
It is right there.
Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for what you do. Again, I was a fan from early on. You know,
Cool.
First thing they gonna you holler out is how to be the prayer.
Right.
I've been a fan. You've always been a hilarious guy, and I'm proud and thankful and humbled to be able to call you a friend. Thank you,
No,
man.
for real though, man. I really appreciate that, man. For real, man. Because at the end of the day, man, I feel like we really are a fraternity. I hate when comics push away and act like they don't. We like a fraternity, man. That's why I'm one of the beef squashers. I like the squash beefs. I don't like to have that stuff, man, because we're in such a beautiful profession, man. How many people want to be a comedian, be around comedians and stuff like that? So I just say, act like you got some sense, man. So again, I always want to have. You ever have a problem with me? Think I said something? Just say, yo, P. What was I heard? I ain't got no problem with going with that. I hate when people don't do that and keep beefing shit behind
That's
back.
these niggas not men. These niggas is hoes and they hiding behind these IP addresses and shit.
Ooh, watch out.
Nigga, you know, come on, holler at me, man. That's the thing, man. You know, people gotta quit being so unapproachable, man. Come holler at me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? It ain't my fault I look how I look. That don't mean you can't talk to me. Come talk to me if you feel. I feel the same way. You know, as comedians, we jest, we talk shit, we joan, we know we bad.
Right.
And sometimes you might catch a nigga on a bad day. If I catch you on a bad day, come holler at me later. You know what I'm saying? Don't blast me out when you get on the panic room or something. Especially, you know, it's some punk shit, especially when your bitch ass see me in front of the Improv last Monday. You already
ain't say nothing. Right,
you
come
ain't
on
say
now.
shit. So, you know.
I appreciate that, y'all. Give a round of applause for my man, Sling Johnson. What. Yo, it's another episode of Pierre's Panic Room. You know how I bring the best guests, man. People sometimes you learn stuff from people, man. This is one of my good brothers right here, Mr. Sling Johnson. Whenever I see him, we don't see each other all the time, but when I see him, it's nothing but love, and I'm happy for him. When I find out he's doing something, getting something, I'm truly happy for you, brother. I hope it's continue, and if I make something, a movie, or producing something, and you can get in it, let's do it, brother. You know what I'm saying? You talented, man, and you really are. And to start comedy in 2000, like 10 years ago, and you working the way you working, man, hire this boy. He's funny.
Thank you.
Hire him.
And if you don't mind, please watch Sellies on Amazon Prime. Go to Amazon Prime and check out Sellies, and look out for my cartoon Good Times coming to Netflix in the fall.
There it is right there, y'all. Give a round of applause. Put it in those comments, and I'll holler at y'all later. The best podcast around right now with comments on it. It is what it is.
Yo, what's up? This is Sling Johnson, the master of the West African monkey spank technique and the prime minister of Pound Down. And I survived Pierre's Panic Room.
If you like that show, like, subscribe, and comment below. You know, hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button, man. We want you around. Appreciate it.